Hey everybody, it's episode 2 of Lovecraft Country. The first episode was just... That's my mime for my mind being blown, even though it comes out of my... For some reason it came out of my cheek. I don't... Anyway, strong opening. We got to see some monsters. We got to see some flying saucers. We got to see some semi-naked women that have red skin. We got to see a woman in the red hat. And we got to see a guy at the end with a face. Now, the woman in the red hat and the guy with the face are either aliens or they're just European. You know, it's hard to tell. Like, they just have that look, you know? Aliens, European. We got to know Atticus, main character, looking for his father. Something about his mother's heritage means that there's some mystery there. I think George knows a little about that. That suggests that he is some sort of heir to something. And at the end, the dude with the face was like, the face. He's just a normal looking dude. He just looks a little off. He said, welcome home. So this whole mansion place in Ardham is his. Apparently. Atticus, I mean. We also met Letitia, who's hilarious. She kicks ass. She's extremely stylish. Doesn't take no shit from nobody. And she's along for the ride because her sister hates her. And we got George. He's a cyborg with bionic knees. And we learned in the last episode that the beasties don't like light. And they bury underground, which is extremely scary. And the sheriff got bitten and turned into one of them. So we've got a wandering sheriff monster. We've got a brand new house to explore. We've got potential monsters and aliens. And a new plucky crew ready to fight them. And a car, super cool car with a force field. And who knows what else they have in this place. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I think in this second episode we'll find out more. We'll get probably more questions. Hopefully more answers. Let's get to it. Oh, and the first episode, full of racism. And thank you to all the people in the comments who were telling me, you know, this actually happened. There were actually guides about, you know, safe places for African Americans to go back then. You know, where they wouldn't be lynched. They wouldn't accidentally stumble into sundown towns, which, like, what the hell is that about? Very tense scenes in the last episode, especially when the sheriff was not chasing them, coaxing them over the county line. Not that it did. It was just a trap anyway. Yeah, interesting stuff. Let's see what. Let's go. Let's dive into the world again. Oh, and there was that noise. We'll learn more about that noise.
Well, we're moving on now, to the side.
This the same show? I expected to see like 90s titles. Did you ever see Too Many Cooks? You can only read one at a time, George. Ooh. I want that room. With all the dresses? Where's Atticus? Oh, he's still wondering where his father is. And why the hell this dude said welcome home. Or maybe he's thinking about the monsters.
Is that an alarm?
Is the train coming?
You like?
She's got her style
Found
back.
it and a lot more in the wardrobe.
And they all fit.
Of course. It's like they knew you were coming. Oh.
Mr. Freeman, if you allow me to escort you to the veranda. She made it very clear that I was to look out for you. Treat you like family.
And who are you? And what is this place? And tell us about the monsters.
Titus Braithwaite. He built this retreat so that he and his fellow lodge members could dine in private.
Magic ring.
How did he come about his fortune?
Shipping.
As cold as
Slaves.
Titus
She knows what I'm
was
talking
known
about.
to be notoriously kind to those who worked for him.
What's wrong with you? First you parading
Dick,
around here like
Dick.
you on a...
Let's just enjoy it.
Thank you.
Until we have reason not to enjoy it.
How can you even eat after what happened last night?
What are you talking about?
Because I
The wolves?
don't remember what happened.
Ooh. That's interesting. Do you remember, George?
What monsters?
8-foot-tall beast with razor-sharp teeth that can bite a man's head off?
Just making up stories. What are you talking about?
Shot the sheriff. I had to
Yeah,
shoot
but
the sheriff.
didn't
He
shoot the
got bit
deputy.
by one of those things. They're like vampires.
We've been watched.
Just act cool. Don't talk about vampires.
Sit down.
We need to find Pop and get the hell out of here.
You said the car was crashed.
It's perfectly fine. Look at it right here. Woody's fine.
It was.
Ooh. Hey,
What aren't you telling us?
There was quite a bit of blood in the front seats.
everything.
But I had the butler wash it out. I assume that was the trouble that you ran into on the road last night.
Yeah, a deer? We hit a deer, I think. It's my memory.
Let's go.
Phasing.
The Atticus killed a lot of people in the war.
Oh,
Anything he did was for the service of his country.
do you think it's PTSD?
Can you...
Ooh, that's the... Ooh, it's the one.
That's the whistle that called off the monsters. Hey! You! Were you in the woods last night?
Who the hell are you?
He's calling them dogs
My
off.
dogs aren't the ones that need to be on a leash.
Hey.
We're guests of Mr. Braithwaite. That's the jail, right?
Ooh.
It's the only stone building I've
What is it,
seen in the
Rapunzel's
entire
jail?
village. I heard about the grizzlies in the surrounding area.
Just black bears. But the blacks are bad enough. Smart.
What did you just say?
They're not smart. And they're persistent.
Still talking about the bears?
Always sticking their noses where they don't belong.
It's just...
I suggest you all head back on up to the lodge.
She looks like a female Jason Bateman.
I can handle that.
I certainly wouldn't be in these woods right now.
She told me her great ancestor was a slave named Hannah, and that she escaped her master's house after a fire.
Ooh. Yeah, they're pretty. Do you remember these? Ooh, the whistle. Ooh. They hate that noise. Can I get one of those whistles? Just for, you know, just to have?
Why are we covered in dirt?
Oh, he's instantly forgotten. Ooh. 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 Where's your red hat, lady? I stayed in a hotel like this once. It was,
I remember, Hannah.
it was a hell of a night. What book do you see? Oh, secret passageway. All these houses have book-controlled passageways, and you should definitely go and explore.
Order of the Ancient Dawn.
Good as new. Just a friendly surgeon of the dark arts. Oh, by the way, what the hell is going on?
This here is one of my favorite paintings of the Genesis 2:19. Adam is sharing in creation, assigning each creature its final form. At the dawn of time, just for a moment, everything was where and as it should be. It was nirvana.
Then that stupid, meddlesome, troublemaking bitch Eve brought entropy and death.
She was a hottie though, right?
Elegant.
I don't want to see him again until the ceremony at dawn.
Must have so many questions.
I'm looking for creepy things in the picture.
My father may have looked feeble upstairs, but he, along with the rest of the lodge members, arriving. We're very dangerous enemies.
More people are coming.
You should think about making some friends.
You flirting with me,
About that.
girl?
And the spell wasn't specifically for your companions, rather anyone who encounters our little guard dogs and lives to tell about it.
Then remove the spell. I'm letting him uncle.
Deal? Do it.
Done.
Perfect. Why can't I? I gotta leave.
Miss Braithwaite. It's time.
Sure thing, little Johnny. What are we doing? The cow giving birth? Cow just gave birth to one of those things.
Braithwaite.
They've domesticated them? So the Lovecraftian monsters are like guard dogs to these people, and they've enchanted them so that anybody who comes up against them forgets.
Right. I remember now. I should have believed you.
Let's sit down for a second. I'm never going to abandon you.
Careful what you promise, though, because she might throw that back at you at some point. That was quick. Didn't think they get together for like half a season or something. Where are we going? Whoa. What? This is girlfriend from South Korea?
I don't want to hurt you.
They all having delusions? They sure are.
Dora.
So we can't trust anything that just happened? So they didn't get together. So, if she gets pregnant in the dream world, does she get pregnant in real life? He's not buying it. Get out of here, dream woman.
You're not real.
Wait.
There's gonna be some monster there. Yeah, snake. Oh, she's gonna... Can't even get a nice night's sleep in this place. Just watching for their amusement? What are they, exhibits?
And unfortunately, Miss Lewis, it is also men only.
Hey,
However, it is a beautiful night to dine on the veranda.
sexism.
I've come across something that just might get us out of here.
The key to the door? Hey fellas. Did you ever see a black man in a suit? Apparently not.
I understand y'all belong to a club called the Order of Ancient Dawn.
Oh, that was the book, yeah.
Men who are direct descendants of Titus are automatically members. They can give orders to other regular old members. Nephew might just be the last blood heir of Titus Braithwaite.
That's his, yeah, his legacy, his inheritance.
I want everybody except Samuel to get up and get the fuck out.
That dude's listening. Oh, it does work.
I order you to return my father to me.
Oh,
I am not a zealot, Mr. Freeman. Titus used the Book of Names to spell his body to be more powerful. And you're a reservoir of that power.
Atticus has some innate value, some power that this dude's sorcery is gonna try and take advantage of.
My dogs will get a nice treat tonight.
I got the car.
She deserves
Where's
that.
Montrose?
Is there a secret entrance? Secret tunnel system?
What the hell y'all doing here? We're here to save you.
Hey,
About to
that was-
save my damn self. I ain't need y'all coming for me. Dude.
Can we get the fuck out of here, please?
We have lodges all over the country. This one's called the Sons of Adam, founded by Titus Braithwaite. A failed attempt is what burned the original lodge, killing everyone inside.
Ooh, force field. This sort of reminds me of the movie Get Out. You can't kill her. They can stitch her up.
Stay awake, okay?
Agree to
Stay awake.
their terms.
Bless.
I will give you a choice of who else survives your error in judgment.
George. Hey. Could you,
So what's gonna happen in the ceremony?
give me a leaf or something?
My father intends to open a door to the Garden of Eden. He believes he'll step through it into eternal life.
And what do you think?
So that's why you brought me here. To help a father who clearly doesn't give two shits about you.
Ooh, he's working
After all, it's not called the daughters of Adam. Is it?
No females allowed at their fancy
The
dinner
things they've
parties.
done.
Could
I'd never earn one of these,
Ooh, ring.
no matter how hard I tried.
The fun club ring.
And you kept one for doing nothing other than being born a man. What I know is our destinies are not decided by our fathers. You
Okay.
just have to see it. And seize it.
All right, we're gonna work together. Gonna give me a signal. Do you want to be more specific?
I want you to show him more of that love I know is in you before it's too late.
I don't need your advice when it comes to raising my son.
Yeah, but
He might not be yours.
We settled that a long time ago. You shut your fucking mouth.
is it George? Is she?
I know.
Did he?
I agreed. I wouldn't speak of it, but I have to now.
Began to swell
Just
and
be cool,
Whitey's on
dude.
the moon.
It's just a
I can't pay no doctor bills.
Weird
but
spell.
Whitey's on the moon. Whitey's on the moon.
It's gonna open
I
a
wonder
portal
why he's
to
up
Eden.
in me.
What are we looking at? Hey, that is mother? There's really some good trouble with that. It's not opening to where he thought it was going to open to. This whole place is going under. Ooh. Ooh. He's got a lot of power. Hope Letitia grabbed a few of those dresses before she left. Hey. Did you see the shit that went down? Let's get out of here. The red hat girl, she definitely survived.
10,000
Oh no, George.
Every part of me, in my darkness, I remember. I wanna know.
What a strange second episode. The first episode and the second episode sort of formed like two parts of a movie. And the second episode like went breakneck speed, like light speed, through so many different things. So it was sort of, you had to try and keep up with it. First, they fast forward to later that day from the last episode, and George and Letitia had forgotten everything that had happened the previous night. And it turns out it was part of a spell that was cast on the monsters, that anybody who comes up against them forgets. Didn't work on Tick because he has the blood of, the ancients. Or maybe they built in a little loophole for him. I'm not sure. And then they were all trapped in their own little rooms, and they were all given weird visions, and everybody was watching them while that was happening. And then they were brought to this banquet, and it turned out that Alex had power over everybody else, except for the main dude, who was like, you know what? I'm not a religious zealot like these people. I don't have to listen to your orders. You're only as useful as the spell I'm doing, so stick around. And then they tried to escape. There was a force field blocking them from escaping. Then they shot Letitia, shot George, threatened to kill them unless he played along with the ritual. So he was like, okay, I'll stand here, do your magics. And then instead of opening up into Eden, because the dude wanted to be like immortal or something, so he wanted to go to the Garden of Eden, to where Adam was, and just become immortal, something like that. Instead, it opened up this portal, and Tick saw, I think, a vision of his mother pregnant with him, or something like that. And she led him to safety while the building was collapsing. But there was a lot going on in that episode. A lot of rules thrown at us, a lot of lore. The girl with the red hat, she wasn't happy with her father's plans, and they didn't include her, and she's been here for 20 years. She doesn't get the special cool ring. And this seems to be only one little outpost of a grander set of outposts, I think, all part of the same club. So maybe the rest of the series will be going after all of those. I don't know. It's a strange one. I thought this episode, the first episode was setting up all the different characters, and then the second one we get into sort of a routine. What do we do? What's the weekly, the weekly episode flow going to be like? But they just completely cut this place off. Artem is now, the castle, the grounds, just completely destroyed. So I have no idea. Don't know what's going to be next week. I guess we'll find out. George is dead. They kind of hinted that, or he could be dead, he could be still alive. I said he was going to die in the last episode, but then when he survived that, I thought he'd be a regular. But it seems like they've killed him off and replaced him with Tick's father. There's question marks over that. Could be George. Could be somebody else. It wasn't. There's no confirmation about that. Yeah, kind of want to see the third one now, just to, where do we go from here? What is going to be the main ongoing threat? Because almost everybody in this episode, apart from the main group, dead now. Remember when I thought the sheriff would come back? Are they going to stick around Artem? I don't know. I have no idea. So, come back next week. All those questions I have will be answered. Lots of weird shit going on in this episode. Lots of rituals, lots of bloody gore, snakes, dancing, books, dresses, you name it. And Rapunzel's tower. Don't forget about that. So, until next week, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.